Does $60 to $70 per hour sound good to you? Will you apply to that job? And what job is that? Okay, let's talk about it. All right, guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy is backing out and did it again one more time. So today I want to go in and talk about a web administrator position, right? And this position is actually coming from a company called PMCS Services, right? $60 to $70 an hour. What are the things that they're actually looking for, right? This is a 100% remote position, right? This is a position that it has to do with a CMS framework called Drupal. If you guys have never heard of Drupal, I will suggest for you guys to start doing your Googles, okay? So Drupal is one of the most popular CMS systems that's out there, is one of the competitors of WordPress and Wix and all of these other ones. But the difference between WordPress and Drupal is that most of the companies that are using Drupal are enterprise level companies or institutions. So we can actually look over here, some of the companies that's using them. So you got Red Hat, you have Europa.eu, Gov.France, right? DDEV, that's a site, CAF, France. And again, it's a lot of different companies. I mean, even the White House website is actually built with Drupal. So this is something that a lot of companies and institutions use, and a lot of you guys are missing out on these opportunities. Now, let's break down exactly what the position consists of. So this is actually the website that you will be working on this specific job, which is the Texas Education Agency. So pretty much this has all of the information about different schools, how to apply to schools, how to get in contact with charter schools or school boards, etc. And there's a whole bunch of pages and content that has been created for this website. This website, it's already completed. This website's done. It's already been built. The content, it's already there. The job consists of adding new content and migrating content into this framework of Drupal. So basically, knowing how to use a CMS system, it's really what the job consists of. It's just managing the website. This is why this position is called the web administrator. Your job is to manage the website that's already there. Now, of course, you could also become a Drupal developer, which basically means that you're building this website from the ground up. But for a lot of beginners, the best way to get into the industry is to get into easier roles like this one, web administrator. Now, everybody is going to go in and say, well, I want to become a super senior developer. I want to be creating like software as a service. I want to be doing this and that. I want to become a JavaScript master. There's a lot of people that just want to work in tech. And this is the things that I try to cover in this channel, that there's a lot of different ways for you to work with technology and get paid really, really well. This position is paying $60 to $70 an hour, but this isn't something like it's a one-time thing. There's a bunch of different jobs here that also pay at the same range. And for beginners, usually what happens is your range is going to be lower than that. It's going to be around $70,000 to $85,000, but this is what potentially you can make a year, 2 years later. So again, it's a great opportunity for you to get started in the industry. And if you want to continue to grow, you can also do that. Now, let's also check out a couple of other websites that are using Drupal in a CMS system. So basically we have the energy.gov, which is the U.S. Department of Energy. All right. We also have alabama.gov, maine.gov, and most of the government institutions, they're using Drupal. All right. So again, using Drupal and knowing how to use a CMS in general can open up a lot of doors for you guys. So this is the things that I try to go in and tell you guys about, because guess what? No one else is talking about it. I want you guys to leave a comment below how many people you know and other YouTubers that's talking about Drupal or talking about web administrator positions, talking about how do you get a real job as a beginner? How do you get experience when you don't have experience? What are the opportunities that's out there for you? You tell me below who's doing that other than me. Nobody, right? That's just the facts. Everyone is focusing on React. What's the latest framework? React server components, Next.js new version. Hey, how to build a SaaS with literally with AI when you don't even know how to code. That's all the things that you're going to see. So for me, what I try to focus on is things that you could actually touch and you could actually get results on. And Drupal is not the only one, right? We we have AEM, we have ServiceNow, we have HubSpot, we have Contentful, we have WordPress, Shopify. There's a bunch of CMS tools out there and services and CRMs that once you learn how to use the main ones, you pretty much know how to use all the other ones. And the opportunities is there, but again, if you don't want to go in and pay attention to them, someone else will, okay? There's people that come in and they know, hey, that's a niche, all right? They find their niche and they start getting paid. I mean, even Apple right now is hiring for this. Content developer for Apple, online retailing engineer, right? This is a position, okay, that is pretty much the same thing that I've been telling you guys about as far as working with CMS tools, right? You want to work at Fang. You want to say, hey, man, I got some badges. I work at this, and that. Guess what? This is a great way for you to get in there, all right? Get your first foot in the door. You see things like this, CMS tools such as WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, AEM, understanding how to work with content management system, catalog management tools, okay, FileMaker. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn, but if you don't pay attention to it and you don't even know, no one exposes you to this, then you're probably going to miss out on those opportunities. This is why when you come into CodingPhase.com, I focus on this specific things early on, so then now you can actually go in and start applying to those type of positions. Again, you can check out the Tech Accelerator in here, and you're going to see that the first thing that we start focusing is on the web producer route. And the reason that is because it doesn't take that long for you to learn the skills, get you to a point where you can actually go in and start applying to jobs and start getting interviews. The more interviews that you have, the higher chances that you're going to have to go in and get hired. And then from there, continue learning everything else as far as going into email development, front-end development with Shopify, learning more about the back end. There's a lot of different things that you guys can go in and focus on, but you have to go and start thinking of this like, why would I go in and learn the most difficult thing first when there's easier roles here that I could get my foot in the door? If that makes sense to you, this is why I tell you guys, you got to go to CodingPhase.com. Click on the link in the description, get 20% off and get started. All right. There's a reason why we've been doing this for 7+ years. It's because these jobs are not going anywhere. These are the jobs that a lot of people don't pay attention to. No one talks about them. And that gives us an edge because guess what? We're not dealing with thousands and thousands of applicants. When you apply to some of these jobs, I guarantee you people's going to go to your portfolio. They're going to look at your work. Okay. And that's because they're going to be able to see it because there's probably 100 to 200 applicants instead of 5,000, 10,000 applicants. At that point, you're basically just getting a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this with a strategy and understand that we're here to get paid. We're here to get our foot in the door. We understand that without getting experience and without getting in the industry, we're not going to be able to get the bigger roles. You want to become a full stack engineer and you want to work at, let's say, Apple. What's a better way than actually working at Apple with an entry-level position, right? And then from there, prepare yourself for the bigger roles. And now you have experience. And yeah, I've been working at Apple for the last 2 years, or hey, I've been working at Netflix for the last 2 years. And now I'm applying as a full stack engineer doing Node.js and Python. Does that sound like a plan? Or do you want to continue doing whatever it is that everyone else does over here? Okay? Like, you have to start using your brain. You got to start looking at this as a strategy. This is how it worked out for me. I started as a product editor, these type of positions. It was a website that was already completed. I was working with an e-commerce store, working on eBay, Amazon, Sears at the time, Overstock.com. And my job was to go in, put the content up there, put the products, change the titles, change the description, put in the right orders, the ones that, are available, what items are available still in a specific color, or, hey, we're adding a camera that has an extra SD card or whatever it was, the product, right? That was my entry-level position. Now, for you guys, it can be the same thing. So again, if you are interested in this and this type of jobs, definitely check out CodingPhase.com. But even if you don't come to CodingPhase.com, pay attention to what I'm telling you guys, Like, I'm telling you, like, this works. This isn't like me trying to sell you some shit that doesn't work. There's a reason I've been doing this for 7+ years. If not, I wouldn't have been out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be talking about this. Okay? I get paid when people get results. Follow me. You could go in on CodingPhase.com, sign up, and I'll help you out, teach you all of the skills that you need. Or you could go in and try to figure it out yourself. But if it doesn't work out for you, wherever you go, remember, we here, okay? We'll take care of you. But definitely pay attention to these positions for web administrator. Pay attention to CMS systems.